Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Billy.
Welcome to Dad Bod Can Suck It. So tonight we're doing a little Q&A of where do I get started? How do I start? What's the first step? What do you think?
Well, for me, why I got started is because I'm 40 years old. I'm getting up there in age. I was in shape for a little while a couple years ago and in the gym all the time, working out, sometimes twice a day, eating right, doing all the right things, and kind of got burnt out. And then I let a lot of excuses come in and kind of hinder me from getting back in the gym. COVID took a toll, of course, on everybody. And then I gained a bunch of weight back. I dropped like 30 pounds when I initially started working out, and then gained almost all of that back. So me and my son were out in the yard playing football one day a couple of months ago, or about a month ago, and I was freaking winded just throwing the ball around. I'm like, holy crap, dude! I can't even freaking. Of course he wasn't throwing the ball right to me, so I was having to chase the ball, and anybody chasing the ball with their kids, it sucks. So I was literally dying, and decided that it was time for me to do something about it again and get back in the gym. And I think the main thing is just how to get started is you just get up and do it. You got to get up and I used gym partners to try to motivate me, and it never worked out because one of us would always fade away for whatever reason. And then when your gym partner fades away, then you don't have a reason to go anymore, and you get back out of the gym, and you fail. So it's kind of a personal thing now where in my last time in the gym, it was all me, and I didn't have any partners, and I was working out pretty hardcore by myself. But so I think that the main thing is self-motivation is a key to success in it, because if you start off with a partner, like your motivation is because you're a partner, your friend, your brother, your whatever the case is, then it kind of becomes that's the only reason why you're going to the gym is because your partner's either asking you to, or you feel like you're obligated now to go,
versus doing it for you.
For you, exactly. So my goal is to drop 30 pounds at least, if not more.
What are you sitting at right now?
About 180, 185. So I'd like to be in the 150 to 160 range. I think is 165 is kind of where I want to be more. Getting rid of the dad bod doesn't mean we're trying to be bodybuilders or trying to be some. I mean, I'm 40.
Yeah, I'm not trying to step on stage right now.
Yeah,
I'm 36. He's 40. We're not 18 anymore.
Right.
We get it.
The purpose is just to shred the weight so I can be able to enjoy my kids and
exactly.
I've got a 15-year-old that he's back at school now and getting into sports again, and if he wants to go out and throw the ball, I want to be able to go outside and do that. And then also I've got an 8-year-old that kid's got more energy than anybody I've ever met. So, if he wants to go outside and play and run and do whatever, I want to be able to go out and do that and not die in the process. 2 weeks ago, me and Trey went on a mile run, and I died twice. I literally died twice. And I had to walk a bunch of it. I ran a lot as much as I could, and then I had to walk quite a bit of it. So, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of that feeling of not being able to complete something like that, to be able to go out and play with my kids and enjoy that. So that's my purpose, my reason.
Yeah. So me, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I refuse to be the 50-year-old man who can't even get out of a chair. Like, I refuse to be the 50-year-old man who
I'm getting close.
Has a heart attack walking up the stairs going to see a movie at the movie theater, right? Like, and my motivation is honestly, it's more of a protective role over my family. Like, I feel like I have to be in the best shape that I can be in case I have to protect my family, whatever that means. Like, whether that's self-defense skills, weaponry, like clearing your house, making sure your house is protected. Like, for me, it's that's one of the top reasons that, like, I want to be fit. I want to be in shape, because if I have to run after somebody to protect my family, I want to be able to do that. If I have to fight somebody, you know, like so that's one of my biggest motivations for me. The next best thing, or my next motivation aside from that, is just like a mental. I feel more stable mentally. I feel more grounded. I feel less angry and less hostile when I work out. Like, so that's why I do it, more for it's personal pleasure on top of the protection of the family. But like, I refuse to be the dad that can't go play catch with their kids when they're teenagers. I refuse to be the dad that, you know, just sits on the couch and can't do anything. I want to be able to, like, I look forward to putting boxing gloves on with my kids when they're teenagers and like boxing with them, all of them. The Wesson, Mila, and Jessa. Like, I want to put headgear and boxing gloves, and I want to be able to box with my kids when they're teenagers. I want to be able to roll with them on the mats. I want to be able to fight with them so that they have these skills. And that's what I mean, like, also protecting, you know, providing that protection and that experience for my kids. I want to be able to do that.
Right.
So the question that we get a lot is, where do I start? What do I do? I would suggest, let's pick one thing, and let's do that for a week, and then let's pick something else. So that one thing, I would suggest, let's get up 30 minutes early in the morning and walk for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you get up 30 minutes early, you walk for 10 minutes, and then you have an extra 10, 15, because it takes you 5-10 minutes to get dressed, 5-10 minutes to get undressed, right? So that 30 minutes will give you 10 minutes in between, a 10-minute walk, and 10 minutes after. That's it. So if you, like, if you, like he was saying, like, can't run a mile, you don't have weights, you can't lift weights, what can you do? We can get into body weight exercises and push-ups and pull-ups and all that other stuff. Like, we can get into all that, but what can you do right now? You can wake up a little bit early and you can go for a walk. And if you do that, just that, don't try and run a mile. Don't try and lift 1,000,000 pounds in weights, because then you're going to get sore. It's going to suck. You're going to hate it. And you're not going to be able to wipe your butt for a week, right? So, like, start small, baby steps, one step at a time. Do that one thing, wake up a little bit early, start walking for a week. Once you do that, we can take the next step. Aside from that, I would say you can, because I'm not trying to get a six-pack. I'm not trying to step on stage. I just want to be fit and in shape enough to, for my personal needs and your personal family needs, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. What are you doing this for? What are your goals? My goal, like, I'm 189, 190. I bounce between 190 and 195 depending on what mama's cooking, you know, that day. But my goal, I've never been lighter than 183 as an adult. At boot camp, I was 185, but I didn't have any muscular strength because I went from like 240 down to 185 in boot camp. So it was just all, I was like skin and bones. But 183 as an adult with, you know, a little bit of muscle definition, not much. Like, you know, I'm not much, but my goal is to break 170. I want to see what life looks like around 170. To just feel the lightness and feel the pants, and like, it's amazing when you put pants on and you, like, they're not tight anymore.
Rascal, get out of that. He's gonna make himself sick.
Oh,
he's eating the grease pan. Yeah.
Eating the grease. That's funny. So yeah, so like I would start with one thing. Let's start walking first. Let's get some walking in. Let's get the heart pumping. Let's get the blood flowing. And this is coming from, you've been sitting on the couch for a few years and you haven't worked out in a long time. You don't want to go like run 10 miles. You don't want to go work out for 3 hours, right? Because then you're going to hate it. Your body's going to be torn up.
That's why a lot of people fail. So
right.
What happens is you go into it 100%, and that's great that you're doing 100%, but then you give up. Like, my thing is, the reason why I am this way is sodas was a big thing with me. I could drink 12 Dr. Peppers in a day. So, and then I wasn't always eating right. I don't ever eat right. And then I drink a lot of beer on the weekends. There's a lot of different things that contribute to this. So the thing is, though, is what happens is we get in this mindset, I want to get healthy and I want to get fit and I want to get right. Well, then we give up everything at one time,
right? And
you fail because you're just miserable in life.
Yep.
And I mean, there's no way you're going to succeed when you're trying to get rid of everything at one time.
So it's kind of like signing up to run a triathlon, and you haven't run in a long time because
Right.
we're gonna go crazy on the diet, we're gonna go we're gonna go crazy on the diet, we're gonna go crazy on the workout regime, we're gonna wake up 2 hours early and do all this, and you're not used to doing it, your body's not used to it, you can't just
Right.
start speaking Chinese overnight. Like, it's a process. And so, for me, okay, so for this transition, I'm about 2 years in, right? So I started maybe even 3 years. I started at 234 pounds, was the heaviest I was at this particular time. I actually have weighed 285 pounds when I was in 10th grade. 285 pounds. That's a big boy. So I couldn't shop at the mall. You know, they only went up to 38s. I wore a 42, that kind of thing. So, but as an adult, I started at 234. Now I'm currently at 190, and it's been a 2-year process. And I don't work out like crazy. I don't spend 3 hours in the gym. I snag 20, 30 minutes at a time, as you've seen from our videos,
Right.
when I can get it in. Like, sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's as soon as I get off work. Whatever it is, I try and do something every day, right? And like I said, we're not stepping on stage. We're just trying to be healthy for our families.
Another thing is if you like with me, Jeremiah's been doing this for the last couple of years, and he's been working out every day, you know, for 20, 30 minutes, you know, every single day for the last couple of years. And here I am coming back into the gym, and of course Jeremiah's lifting more weights than me. Of course Jeremiah's able to do more reps than me. Jeremiah's able to do things that I can't do because I haven't been doing this for the last 2 years. So don't get discouraged whenever you're seeing whoever your gym partner is doing more weight than you, or you know, whatever the case is.
Or not huffing and puffing as much as you are.
Right. Do your walk and do your each step your own way, because if you're looking to what he's doing or your gym partner's doing, you're gonna get discouraged. So it needs to be
Your personal journey.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing is just get up and do something. Start off with the walk, like you said. Start off with, you know, going and doing 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups, and that's it for the day.
Yeah.
And then, you know, do that for a whole week straight, and then the next week do 20 push-ups and 20 sit-ups until you're doing 100 sit-ups and 100 push-ups a day. I mean, because it's all muscle memory too. So once you start doing it, I mean, you're going to get to those reps where you can do 100 push-ups in a day and 100 sit-ups in a day. Jeremiah, I mean, he can go in there and do a bunch of pull-ups. I struggle to do 2. And, you know, one of my goals for the remainder of the year is to be able to do 15 pull-ups without stopping.
Mine too.
But, I mean, with the weight I have on now, it's going to be difficult. So I am trying to, you know, meet those goals, and there's some other weight goals that I'm trying to hit. But I'm taking everything as a step process, and I'm not trying to go from, I can, you know, get in here and grab the 25s and do my curls, and then tomorrow I'm like, okay, I did 25s a day, I can do 75-pound weights today. It's not how it works. You need to, everything's a process. So don't get discouraged when you can't go in there and grab the 75-pounders and throw them up like your gym partner can, or whoever else can.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because we as men, everything is testosterone and ego. Competition. You go to a red light, dude, I can't help it. If I'm side by side with somebody, I have to beat them off the line. It doesn't matter. I'm in a 68 Volkswagen Beetle and they're in a 97 Corvette, and like, I still have to try and beat them off the line, right?
And that person probably has no idea they're even wanting to race.
They don't even know I'm racing,
but
right?
You're racing.
But that's just us as guys, like competition. Right. So when you go into the gym, right, and you see these dudes, these buff dudes or these not buff dudes that are trying to throw up 225 on bench, but they're struggling, and you're like, wow, that looks like a lot, but in reality, 225 is not a lot on bench, okay? Or they got like 60-pound curls or like 80-pound tricep extensions, and they're like crappy reps, and they're just trying, and they're gonna. That's where injuries come from. Injuries come from ego. So I say strip the weight. I tell people. Okay, so when I tell people how much weight I actually work out with, the guys in my life that, in my circle that I do life with, when they come work out with me, or when they see how much weight I lift, they're like, wow, that's not very much weight. Because it's not about the weight, it's about the work, right? So like, Yeah, and like the concentration and the form and it. So don't ego lift. Egos get you hurt. Use lighter weight. I don't care what weights you're using right now. Use lighter weight. So the other thing is, well, I don't have a gym membership and I don't know anything about a gym. I've never been in a gym. So what do? Do I go to a gym? Do I?
We're going to come out with a video the next couple of days of just household products that you can use to do those simple exercises. And like I said already, you don't have to have heavy weight. It's all about putting some restriction on your muscles. So it doesn't have to be heavy. And we'll show you those videos moving forward on what we're going to use.
Getting creative.
Because like he does have a nice little gym setup in there with some weights, and but you don't have to have that to be able to
achieve your
goal. You don't. So we'll come out with a video in the next couple of days of things that we would use as household products around here to achieve those goals without having a weight system. So because you don't have to go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on gym equipment when you can simply get what you have laying around your house.
And especially now, don't even try and buy any kind of gym equipment now because the COVID, the lockdown, everything's like 4x of Academy's prices, and then you're lucky to find it at 4x. So like, I've got some rubber bands. I'll show you guys that later. I use cinder blocks. Dude, I use cinder blocks. I work out with cinder blocks. We went on vacation in Florida a couple weeks ago, and I worked out with a cinder block the entire time. I got full body workouts with cinder blocks. So we're going to show you that kind of stuff. I've got firewood. I've got cinder blocks. I've got rocks. I've got pots full of water. I've got gallon milk jugs. We're going to bring all that stuff to you. 5-gallon buckets. Whatever you've got, you can go buy a bucket for $2 and fill it with dirt. If it's too heavy, empty some dirt out. If it's not heavy enough, put some more dirt in it. You can buy cinder blocks for $2 a piece. So it's about doing what you got to do, getting creative, right? So, but the main thing is do something. Commit to doing something for 1 week and then commit again. And we take baby steps. Let's talk. And I would say give yourself a year. 1 year. Say, I'm going to start today. And I'm going to give myself 365 days. And then we're going to check in and see where we're at. And start with week 1. And you only look at week 1. You don't look at week 2. And break that down. Today, I'm going to get up early and I'm going to walk for 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if you walk a half mile, a quarter mile. I hope you walk more than a half mile in 10 minutes. But like,
there's days where I may not be able to.
Yeah, even if you can't, walk for 10 minutes. That's it. And then the next day, walk for 10 minutes and take it one day at a time, one step at a time. So jump on our Facebook group, Dad Bod Can Suck It. Like this video, subscribe. We're coming out with videos every single day. We're not professional athletes, man.
We're not professional anything.
No,
when it comes to this, we are not. We're just two dads that want to be better and want to have a better life for our kids and provide a better life for our kids. That's it. We're nobody special. This is. If we get one viewer, if we get 100,000 viewers, it's the same. It's going to be the same content as far as we're just trying to be better us.
Us, and we're going to bring you along for the journey. So right now, like this video, hit the subscribe button. Honestly, we don't know what we're doing with this whole YouTube thing, so you're going to learn with us, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. So do something. Do something every day that makes you sweat. Commit to it. Let us know what you're doing. Give yourself a 30-day challenge. Put down in the comments what you're going to commit to and what you're going to do, and then we'll be your accountability partners, because that's what it's going to take too. Like, it helps having somebody. Hey man, did you get up? Were you able to? How'd your walk go today? How'd your lift go today? How'd your workout go? How'd your run go? How'd your bike ride? It helps when you have the community of people, right?
Right, for sure.
So, but here's the thing. Nobody can really help anybody else until that person decides to help themselves. So until you decide that you want to change your life, you can watch our videos all day long. It's not going to help. But when you decide to change your life, we're going to be here for you.
That's right. Dad Bod Can Suck It.
Dad Bod Can Suck It. We love you. Like, subscribe. Peace out.
Peace out.